Bilva, a daring snake charmer and devotee of Shiva, died from a cobra bite. In his final moments, he simply washed his breath and was chosen to follow the path of Shambhu. Reborn as a Shiva yogi, he spent the next 2 lifetimes in intense sadhana to become one with Shiva. And then, grace descended in the second lifetime as Shiva yogi. The Guru arrives.
If you are a skeptical type like me, looking at this young guy, you would also think, how could a dude who loved bikes, was a Bob Dylan fan,
Hey, Mr. Tambourine Man, play a song for me.
was inspired by revolutionaries who ran a poultry farm and was running a thriving construction business, have an out of this world spiritual experience simply sitting on a rock at the now world famous Chamundi Hill. And that too without a guru, without decades of intense spiritual sadhana. And how did he go on to become the Sadhguru the world knows today? Yes, if you have these questions, there is a lot of backstory you don't know. Sadhguru had done intense sadhana for the last 3 lifetimes. But wait, is reincarnation real? Every spiritual practitioner in the world would say yes. Every spiritual culture in the world takes it to be true. For instance, in Tibetan Buddhism, the phenomena of reincarnation is at the center of the tradition and the spiritual practice. It is observed that the soul is reborn in a new body to continue its journey toward enlightenment. After the 13th Dalai Lama passed away, the monks of Tibet began looking for his reincarnation. The monks visited the sacred lake called Lamo Latsu, where as per the tradition, they meditated to get the visions to guide them to the next Dalai Lama. In these visions, they saw a house with turquoise tiles and a winding road, leading them to a small village called Taksir. In this village, there was a young boy named Lamo Thondup. The monks, pretending to be travelers, visited his home following the signs from their visions. To see if the boy was the true reincarnation, they showed him objects that belonged to the 13th Dalai Lama. Without hesitation, the boy chose the correct ones, recognizing them as his own. This is how Lamo Thondup was recognized as the 14th Dalai Lama, chosen to lead his people with wisdom and kindness. Just as there is a theory of evolution for species on this planet proposed by Charles Darwin, there is also a process of evolution for consciousness or the soul. According to the yogic perspective, every being has a soul or Atma that goes through many bodies and lifetimes to evolve in consciousness and dissolve karmic substance, ultimately merging with the supreme consciousness that you can call God. In yogic culture, there have been countless instances of yogis who remembered their past lifetimes. Dr. Ian Stevenson was a psychiatrist who studied reincarnation for many years. He looked into cases where children talked about past lives and knew details about people who had died. Stevenson gathered many stories from around the world. He found that some children could correctly describe things they shouldn't have known about. After years of research, Stevenson concluded that reincarnation seemed real, showing evidence that suggested life could continue after death. Yogis don't need any research to prove it, as they know it through their own experience.
I think I must tell you something about the madness from where I come. After 2 lifetimes of heartbreaking sadhana, very intense, very truly heartbreaking sadhana. These 2 lifetimes, I was referred to by people as Shiva Yogi. And when it was needed, when my Guru appeared, when he felt that he did not feel fit to touch me, he touched me with his stick. And everything that needs to be realized was realized. I was at the very peak of anything can be. So, that being was referred to as Shiva Yogi, trying to fulfill the mission that was put into him. Didn't work, came back again. Sadhguru Sri Brahma tried very hard, almost successful, but couldn't fix the goodwill in the society because the intensity of who he is could not be understood in the social circumstances. He couldn't fulfill that. He prepared a few people and then went up the mountain. He was checking himself. Why has he failed? He's got everything. Why is it didn't happen? He knew it's not that he lacks the competence, it's just that he did not garner the social support that was needed. So he went up the mountain for the last time. Before going up, he announced here at the foothills, a few of his disciples gathered. They said, "What now?" He said, "You want Tirpi or what? That means this one will be back again." And he went up the mountain for the last time. And he did a rare thing. He left his body through all his 7 chakras at the same time. He's just checking himself. He knows it's not so, but still the first blame should be on you when something doesn't work. So he's checking in case I'm not good or I'm not good enough. So he left his body through all his 7 chakras. This phenomenal energy, this very distinct energy which is nowhere else, you can experience on the 7th hill. It's very, very different from anything that you would find anywhere. It's distinctly different. So with that done, he knew what is the problem is you didn't handle the circumstance properly. This round when we came, we planned everything to a point where we decided a few people that I need, where they are born, in which home, how. Everything was planned, it went accordingly.
For people needed for the consecration, I placed them in the right kind of places so that everything comes together at the right time. In spite of that, took it 18 years of preparation in this life to put it together, to put the people together, to remind them of their past, to get them there. No, this is too fairy tale-ish for you, but this is something that's a living reality for us. So the consecration process itself took 3.5 years, a very intense process. People who witness these things, their lives are never the same again. Things that they had not imagined in their wildest dreams, they witnessed, they still can't believe that it actually happened in their presence.
Yogi Sunira, he worked through his lifetime, and towards the end of his life, when this dream of creating a perfect being remained unfulfilled, Yogi Sunira made a prophecy that long time from now, long time from now, this work that I have started will find fulfillment and reverberate, not here, but in the green hills of the south. Our hills are green. We are in the south. So whatever Sunira's prophecy has come true, but not the way he thought it would. Dhyana Linga is like a living guru. The role of a guru in a spiritual seeker's life is not just about giving teachings and guidances. The most fundamental thing why a spiritual seeker seeks a guru is because a guru can ignite his energies into a different dimension. That aspect of Guru's role in a spiritual seeker's life is very well fulfilled by the Dhyana Linga. Once a person is in the sphere of Dhyana Linga, he cannot escape the sowing of the spiritual seed of liberation within himself.
बिन्दुसंयुक्तम् नित्यं ध्यायन्ति योगिनः